Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Mick Doolies, and let's talk about this bullshit. First fight, Diaz versus Santos. So, yeah, fucking Diaz got the victory, but it looked like Santos to me won the first 2 rounds. But, goddamn, dude, these guys are fucking untalented. Santos couldn't throw a fucking right cross to save his life. Every single one of them was a right hook or an overhand right. And I was like, I can't believe this motherfucker's winning the fight. How unskilled are these bastards? But, yeah, I guess Diaz pulled off a fucking victory. The fight looked like kind of either a draw or like Diaz lost. But it was a fucking banger. So, fuck it, cool, whatever. These guys are never going to be champs anyways. Then we got Marshall versus another fucking Santos. Come up with some new last names. Another couple of fucking losers. But nah, Marshall isn't a fucking loser. Santos is a loser. Marshall gets robbed. He looks fucking sharp. Landing precision shots, brother. Like, it's fucking just looking sweet. Looking sick. Fucking wins the grappling. Wins the stand-up. Fucking judges rob him. Marshall got a knockdown in the first round, so obviously he won that. Kind of round 2 was really close. But I still think Marshall won it. And then the last round was clearly Marshall. So even if he lost, Santos, let's say Santos won the second round. That's still 2-1, brother. So, fucking second fight of the card. There's already this bullshit happening. Get it together, UFC judges. I mean, I guess they don't work for the UFC. So they can do whatever the hell they want. Unless Dana calls. Carlos Leal, he's just... he's good as hell. He's on all kinds of steroids, I guess, because that's the reports. He's failing tests, and then the UFC's like, all right, come on in. We will take you for a couple fights until you get off the roids and you get some gyno like Izzy. But yeah, he's piecing up Morono, as everybody expected. Big favorite. He wins by KO. He had excellent body shots, defense, sharp punches. It was freaking great. Like, every once in a while, you want to see someone to get washed the fuck out, and that's what the hell happened. He won in round 1, and it looked really easy. Fajeda versus Petrosian. So, I really like this fight, because it looked like Petrosian was going to beat the hell out of him. He was John Jonesing, running around the ring, scared as can be, trying to keep distance, trying to win that way like a fucking coward, as John Jones would do. Round 1, Petrosian had more damaging shots at distance, and Fajeda had some huge overhand left, like a huge overhand right. Those 2 nut shots by Petrosian, they took a point. So round 1 was 9-9. Round 2 comes, Petrosian's faking a low blow. I mean, weakest shit you can do, right? And it was pretty sad. And the referee just starts the action right back. But he was just hurt from a body shot. Fight should have been over there. They should have took a point from him for faking. I mean, the UFC can do these things. They're just lazy as all shit. Or they don't want to pay somebody to fucking, do the legwork or the paperwork or whatever the hell kind of political bull crap they got to go through. Round 2, Fajeda just goes in there and just rushes him and just dives at him. And Petrosian doesn't know what the hell to do. I mean, a decent martial artist, I mean, he sucks, I guess. I mean, I guess it's old age, or he just never was that good, or he's just getting even worse. I mean, he was mid, now he's under mid. But he just lets it happen. I mean, you got to remember, Fajeda is fucking strong as all hell. And he grabs his man, takes him down, and just technique and muscle both involved. And using his big fucking brain, not just his big fucking muscles, he gets this dude in a freaking leg triangle and grabs the arm and cranks it like an arm bar. So it is an arm bar, but it's kind of like in that arm triangle position. And it was a beautiful thing to watch. And you're not going to see Petrosian ever again, probably, because that fucking arm snapped. It was freaking cool and sad at the same time. But I mean, fucking violence. That's what we watch UFC for. Ray Soria versus Joshua Van. I mean, I'm a big Van fan. It rhymes. And I didn't think Soria would be so fucking pathetic. This flyweight fight, man. I mean, it was just one-sided Van just making him look like a bitch. Stuffing the takedowns. beating the shit out of him, and him looking like a fool, getting fucking stuffed, bro. Round 1, Banch is beating the fuck up. He's failing takedowns. Gets 2, does nothing with them, because fucking Van gets right up. Round 2, more crotch sniffing. And then round 3, Joe Rogan, of course, mentions steel cups because of a nut shot. And Van wins another round. He wins all 3, wins the fight. And, yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, you get to see Van, who's a cool dude, interesting fighter that you always want to see win. You get to see him beat the hell out of somebody. But, man, those failed grappling exchanges, man, they were a fucking bummer. Boring. You got King Green versus Ruffy. And that fight was very roughy for King Green because he got beat the fuck up and knocked out in round 1. And this guy, Ruffy, the Fighting Nerds dude, he looks like freaking big Conor McGregor. Like, he's so fucking calm, like old Conor. And I just love him, dude. If you see Ruffy, man, root for this guy. Ruffy is like my new favorite up-and-comer. He beat the hell out of this man. It was fucking funny. He faced. I mean, I got a video short of it. He fucking shout out to Keone for fucking giving me that little short, Keone Hillier. But fucking he face plants like a bitch. It's so fucking funny, dude. If you want to see that, check it out. I'll probably put it on here. But yeah, man. Fucking round 1, wheel kick KO. Damn. I looked at the replay in slow motion, and the heel hit like between the orbital bone and the temple. And the orbital bone is a lot of pain to get hit in, and the temple is like obviously knockout city. And he got hit right between the two. So there was no reason for any shots after that. I mean, he just walked off like a fucking G. Check it out. Then Robbie Lawler gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mean, everybody loves Robbie Lawler, so I'm not going to complain about it. I just wish they treated everybody the same. I guess Robbie was a favorite of the brass, but I mean, there's Aldo. Jose Aldo is one of my favorites, and hopefully when he retires the second time around, they give him a little bit more respect. Right now, they've given him 3 matchups in a row that nobody gives a crap about. So, there's that. Lemos versus Lucindo. Most boring fight of the year. Terrible. WMMA, it just needs to stay in the prelims or the pre-prelims. Or, I'm sorry. You know, nobody's going to get hurt. Most 9 out of 10 WMMA matches. Or, I don't know, 99 out of 100. I mean, do you want to talk about it? So, round 1, Lemos by crotch sniff. Round 2, Lemos takes her down and beats her up. Round 3, Lemos crotch sniffs again, and it's boring. And Joe Rogan at the end of the card calls Lucindo a man. That's about the only interesting thing about the whole deal. So, there you go. Bahamondes versus Turner. Once again, I picked right. So far, all these fights I picked right. So maybe I'll start doing prediction videos. But Bahamondes wins. Turner retires, I guess. I mean, I don't know how serious he is. He probably shouldn't retire. He should probably just take like a year or 2 off and then come back. He's a big, strong guy. He just needs to work on his craft. He'll be fine. So I don't really understand why he's retiring. He looks spry to me. Round 1. Turner makes a mistake of sitting Ignacio's card and is triangled and finished. So, if your name is Bahamondes, if that's your opponent's name, don't just sit in that guard. You know, make some moves. Stand back up, maybe. I mean, you're Jalen Turner. Your stand-up's pretty damn good. Stand the fuck back up. And then I saw people saying that Jalen Turner has good grappling. No, he doesn't. Now you see, his grappling is decent, but the man's name is Bahamondes. Everybody with that last name can grapple, even the babies. Okay, let's move on. Then we got Gaethje versus Fiziev, and another one I picked right. Gaethje wins. It was too much of a short notice. I don't know why Fiziev took it. It's just, I guess the UFC likes Gaethje because they could have given him a different opponent. But they gave him a guy that, you know, a layup, whatever. great. Thanks. So, round 1. Fiziev throws in a little bit of wrestling. Has a little bit of success. I guess he won the round. I don't know. It was kind of close. Round 2, Gaethje gets a knockdown. And so he was already kind of winning the round. I give it to Gaethje, obviously, because there was a knockdown and he was already kind of ahead. As you probably figured, Fiziev usually gasses. And in this fight, he only had 15 days notice, so he's definitely gassed. He didn't have as much action, so I think it was kind of bullshit that he didn't have enough time to prepare for this fight. But you know how UFC is, you gotta get in there when you can, and Uncle Dan don't play around. Round 3 comes around pretty close, but I gave it to Gaethje because I mean it was close, but he was landing the harder shots. It was a very close fight, but it was still somehow obvious that Gaethje won because he edged out probably all 3 rounds. Like round 1 was very close. I don't even know who won. Maybe Fiziev. Fiziev could have won. Gaethje could have won, but probably Fiziev. So it's probably about 2-1. Yeah, Gaethje deserved it, which is kind of sad for Justin because he barely beat a guy on 15 days notice. You can just look at the man and tell he's a little bit chinny. Poor dude. I hope he beats Islam Makhachev though. Last fight is Pereira versus Ankalaev, and it's the worst fucking fight of the card. Thanks a lot, Ankalaev, because you held him against the fence for 2, 3, and 4. Second, third, and fourth rounds. First round, Alex is hitting him with the leg kicks, and I'm thinking, yeah, going just as planned. Here we go. Get this guy's legs messed up and then finish him. But Ankalaev, for some reason, is able to take a massive amount of leg kicks, unlike against Blachowicz. So it was pretty cool, man. I mean, good job to him. Obviously, I'd rather have Alex win, but I can't say that Ankalaev didn't do a good job because he did do a great job winning the fight. And he did win the fight. I watched it more than once. I watched it several times. That's why this video is out so late. Round 2. Ankalaev rocks him. So you got to give him that round. And on top of that, he had the most strikes of the round. He rocks him, has the most strikes. Alex didn't do hardly anything. I mean, this whole fight, I don't know what was wrong with him. If he didn't feel well, or probably what actually happened was he just wasn't prepared for the matchup. Maybe he just, I don't know, didn't know what to expect. Let's just say that. Round 3, it's pretty close. But if you go back and look, the more significant shots were landed by Ankalaev. The strikes were almost the same. Ankalaev either tied him or had one more. Something like that. So you're going to have to give the round to him because he had the most significant shots of the round. Round 4 comes and Merab Ankalaev revealed. So he's out there looking like Merab, just diving at him for takedowns, holding him against the fence, kneeing him in the thighs. It was boring as hell. Motherfucker. and then round 5, Alex edges it out. Very boring. He looked like he didn't want to throw anything because he was scared of the takedown. But if you get taken down, taking a chance, that's okay. Sometimes you got to take chances. You can't. And it looks like Alex gets shy on grappling, I guess. I don't know. Because even though Ankalaev probably has similar grappling to other people that he's faced. Like, Ankalaev isn't a grappler. Just because he's from Dagestan doesn't mean he's a grappler. But he just went for it, and that's why he won the fight. He kept going for it, kept going for it, kept going for it. And I guess that's what you got to do against Pereira. If you also notice that he kept moving forward in Pereira, he's not as good when he's moving backwards. And if Alex is going to win the next fight, he's going to have to be the one moving forward. And he can totally do it. He's huge. He's gigantic and scary. So I think the rematch, because there's going to be a rematch. Come on. I mean, it's Alex, and UFC loves Alex. I think Alex would win. But then again, now that he's champ, these Muslims are going to get behind him, and they're going to elevate his grappling. So I'm really excited to see the matchup. I mean, the fight wasn't that great, but I think the matchup, the rematch, would be better. Well, that's my thoughts on the card. I'm trying to look for some Bolshevism that happened. And after the fight, in typical Dagestan fashion, then the smack talk begins. Well, typical Muslim fashion, let's be honest with you. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but that seems to be what it is, the religion of peace until it comes to UFC fights. And, damn, dude. He said Yuri didn't take a jab at him, but he said Yuri was a bad fighter, that he's not a good fighter. I think Yuri probably would beat you, Magomed. Why are you saying this? Like, get ready to eat your words, because his style is very aggressive, and you do not do good against aggressive opponents. You know, Alex was very tentative. If Alex had stepped on the gas, you would have lost that fight. You know, so be careful what you wish for. And he said that Alex Pereira was just running away from him. He wasn't running away from you, bro. There was moments where he was pushing you back. Come on now. Yeah, I don't know. Alex didn't look the same as he usually does, and I'm not smart enough to decide whether it's because of Magomed or because he just something was off with him, but I'm having a feeling it was both. I have a feeling that Magomed Ankalaev is very good, and that at the same time Alex had a bad night, and the rematch is going to be great. I mean, I think it's going to be very highly contested, but it's going to be much more exciting, I think, in the rematch. All right, McDooley's out.